having a wonderful day. And I won't fight with my wife, 'cause it's the first of the month. And I'll be smoking, joking, rolling, bustin', sipping on 40 ounces again. Come, we got the blunts and rum. All night we high, hit up the back to where 99. I give up my nigga to give me some flair, yo. Double up, nigga, what you need? We got weed to get me, yo, D. For the green leaf, give it up for the first to show, but it lay low. Because the pump creep when it rolls so low. Wait, if you can't get away, but it don't stay, yeah, yo, keep your bankroll. We're having a celebration, let us stay high. You can never believe when it's time to grind. I'm down for mine, crime after crime. Finna creep to the back, 'cause mom's got a grub on the grill. If we got the food, you know it's the first of the month, and my nigga, we chills for real. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's breakfast, wake up, yeah.
Already dressed, she said I'm really gon' get in my stance. Watch out, make sure no one snatches my check. Nigga, that's the real man. Sold in the mill and put it up in the mid pocket. So let me hit it and land it down. Give me a duff, about that up. But ain't no bucket, ride that, read up. Hop on the 10 to the click. Ready to get him up with him, it does. And to catch that dub, man, I gotta get there. Player, holler, say clear, got much to offer. When I bet weed on 93, I'll open a club block for some dollars. So, get a bag of dope and a quarter roll. Oh, most all of my niggas got the same. And we gonna roll it all up the smoke. And then they reefer hydro. We know the cut, so fucking popo. Toss up the giggle, then roll with a grown and same old. Running through the alley, get in the alley. Up at the second of sundown, no front from January on 9 of December. I'm loving the first of the month.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up.
And I slang on the double nine, gotta find them dubs. Wanna get full, can a thug get love? What's up? Jealous like on my corner, nigga, use a corner. St. Clair niggas don't like that. And selling them dummies, making that money. Come back, nigga, get that back. From the 1st to the 15th, nigga smoke plenty weed, but I gotta say, gotta come up. Put my rocks in the club. When I get high, nigga, blaze that blood. Time to roll to the bag, cut on my profit and add it to the stash. Gotta watch my back, see for niggas that's trying to rob me, fool. But never no shows and no losses. Keeping these niggas up off me. See, coulda sold a whole block, spend a couple bills, thug, smoke a lot of weed on the fur.
Wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks and get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up.
Waking up feeling buzz up early in the morning, stretching, I'm yawning, lightweight bitch, chug a lugger, take a fifth to the dawn. Last night I got geek with my truck, but it didn't play, so I'm getting me hustle long. Hop on the phone, calling them crazy phone. When I know that your OG check comes,
you put me down.
I'm home on the bus with Big, and I'm coming with blood after blood of the skull. Nigga T just put me down. Oh God, how I love when it first come around. Now I'm figuring it black and mild, head across town. Cause nigga the first get celebrated. Rushing to the block cause I wanna get faded. Looking on wild cause I'm needing me hair braided. We heavy off into this game. To the first, just call me that post line. Them nickels and dimes and 20s and 50s. The first be the day for the dope man, slanging that cocaine food. And I'm working late tonight. And all them things be loving them thugs. Cause I got them rocks for them blocks. Come with the ends, I gotta get paid. On first gotta blaze up my split. Get live with it, both us poetic hustlers in the graveyard shift on the first.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks and get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks and get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks and get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks and get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks and get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks and get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, cash your checks and get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, it's wake up, wake up.
That's crazy. See, this is how you know this is a new format for me. I've been muted the whole time. I looked in the corner, so I've been muted. I've been talking, and y'all just seeing my lips move, but not hearing anything. So let me rewind. This is episode 4 of the GrandZ Fridays. I will be doing this every Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time on Facebook Live, and it looks like probably starting next week, I also will be doing like a dual cast where if you on YouTube or got YouTube, you can watch it, or if you want to share it and watch it on my YouTube page, you can, which is GrandZ Insert Greatness Here is the name of the YouTube page. So where you're going to see different lives and different materials there, and can listen to some beats there. So I'm working on getting that organized and together. So next week, I believe that episode 5 probably will be airing here on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time at 5 p.m. I said I'll do this as long as we in quarantine or for me working from home. So right now, it looks like I'll be working from home at least until probably end of June. So a few more weeks of this, man. The fact that the fact that it's been four weeks straight, a month of consistency doing this, I'm excited about it. And as I continue to do this, I want to up the production of it. I don't want to just give you me, I started off with the phone doing a live from the phone. Now I've upgraded to the laptop, but not just doing it from a laptop. I want to give more interaction and things of that nature for those who come in. I also want to thank everybody who will and who is and who has jumped in and off the live already and for the last few weeks. So I'm repping my school today. I felt like school spirit, so I just wanted to wear that. But what I was saying is that I've been trying to have a goal to reach. I had a goal to reach, which was 60 beats by the end of April 30th, which was literally yesterday was the end of April 30th. End of the month. So I did not get that goal. Unfortunately, life happens where you got to work and you got to balance work and regular life. Regular life is still going on along with work is still going on. Got to get paid. So it's all positive though. So it's no negatives. But sometimes you just don't get the chance to, you don't get the chance to sit down at the computer. And it's only so much sleep you can sacrifice. So anybody who's ever known me know that I stay up literally to 2, 3, 4 in the morning, working on something. I'm more of a night owl. So I think I do some of my best thinking the later the day goes on. And I really get to reflect and be creative and be one, inside my head and, and able to produce and write during that time. So I've been like that forever. So, but I was starting to lose sleep and then having to run different meetings throughout the day. Like it's so crazy. The last beat that I made that I'm going to play today, I literally finished it at 4 a.m. And I've come on here before and said, that I had to, that I've done that, where I'll be up at 4 a.m. or something like that. And I'll go to bed and it finally be done. I'll go to bed at 4 a.m. and then I'll wake up at 8:30 or at 9 o'clock and then go work an 8-hour day, 9-hour day of work here in the house. So with that being said, I didn't reach 60, but I did reach 46, 47 beats. And the breakdown is 29 hip hop beats, 17 R&B beats that I did make in that span of time. And actually I made 17 of those beats in April, literally in April. So I'm really happy about that because it's been a minute since I made that many beats in a month. So the fact that, with everything that goes on, I'm not I'm not 20 anymore. So the fact that, you got a lot of life things going on and people to care about, people, and things to do, it, the fact that I was able to do 17, I'm happy about it. And I want to keep pushing myself to see if I can do that or get multiple done in the day on a consistent basis. So, I feel like I'm still going to stick with the plan that I wanted to do. I said in May I'll start trying to promote and keep the goals going. So I'm gonna continue to work to get to that 60, which, I'm not that far away with 14 beats away. So not that far away. So of course I'm just gonna be keep cooking and keep making beats because that's just something I do. But not only that, I'm going to now like I said, starting with the YouTube page and broadcasting this on YouTube as well. Also posting, also creating a beat page I've been talking about for these last few weeks, these last few episodes. But I'm definitely in a good space, and I'm excited about what's to come. So let me get started. First, it's happy hour. We off work. It's time to celebrate. I got my not promoting. I showed the wrong side, but if you know the top, you know what it is. So without further ado, grab your drink or whatever you got, and let's get started. And it's been a long ass week. I ain't gonna lie, this week has been really long. And the time is moving slow. It's good and bad. I mean, it's bad when it's the work week because you just want to relax and you want to chill and you just want to, kick your feet up or work on other things. But it's good because then maybe the weekend will feel long and we're not right back at work. But enough about work. Cheers. Smooth. Straight. Just drinking it straight, man. All right, so I'm gonna play my new beats first. So I made 3 beats since the last time I went live. And like I said, I haven't really made beats in a while, but I'm sure the next time I go live, I have new beats in the month of May. So I made a beat on the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. I've been really in the mood of trying to make summer music, even though we ain't gonna have no summer. Like we ain't, like, for real, everything got canceled, everything is done. But for some reason, man, I think just making summer music is boosting the spirits, being in the house, just the sounds you just it gives me, I know, visions, just like, or reminiscing on like certain moments and things. And when we did have a summer, or where you would be, or where you think what you can visually see by listening. And so when I listen to music, sometimes I can like visually see a scene or a vibe. When I hear music, when I'm listening to Drake, I'm listening to Jay, I'm listening to anybody, I sometimes I can like visualize what they talking about, or I can visualize myself in a scene, or I can, so I think that that's pretty cool, and that's like the vibe that I've been on lately. And the first beat that I'm gonna play is a beat I made on the 26th, which was last Sunday. And this is a rap beat, but this is I believe this is a club. This is a club type of down south trap type of beat. So let me prepare. Like I said, this is a new platform. Even though you're seeing it on Facebook, I'm on a third party platform, as you can see in the upper. I don't know if it's your left or my right. It's my right, so it may be your left. But Stage 10 TV is where I'm at. So Sorry I'm taking long, but like I said, we gonna get it together. So tell me what you think. Play it now. So let's dream, let's party, let's dance, let's move. Okay. Okay. So in the comments, let me know what you think of that beat. Like I said, that's more of a club, more of a club record. You know what I'm saying? The move, get you going, quick little beat. So let me know what you think. Next record. Oh, by the way, I think I said this during the week when I was promoting this episode, but it's an appreciation for me this week. I ain't playing nobody music, especially with the new format. I want to make sure that I don't get kicked off on the new format. I want to see how this goes. I'm testing it out. The only music that I did play is off my own library, which was the first of the month. So if you was watching the countdown, you did hear the first of the month because it's May 1st. So I mean, it's only right. It's only right to play that, and it's Friday. Some people it's payday. So thought that would be right. So this next beat is also a club record. It's a little slower than that, and but it's still a club record, and it's hard to me, man. Who it kind of remind me of? It sound like a down south beat, man. It sound like some trap a little bit, but like to me it's a banger. So let me know what you think in the comments. Here we go.
Status. Hill status in the building. Yeah. Yeah. I got jumping ship.
Oh, man.
Running fast 22. Henry Smith. Make the.
I did it again. I cannot believe it. I did it again. I keep doing it because I'm trying to make sure that I'm quiet. I've been talking this whole time and I'm seeing that it's mute. Sorry, I apologize. I'm gonna get it together and not mess this up. I promise you. I ain't had no drinks yet. Like, this is the first cup y'all saw me pour it. But I'm trying to get this new platform down. So I hope you heard all of that. I won't go into the long speech of what I just gave, but I just said I played 2 records last week. Last week I played Rump Shaker, and I was telling you about the verse that Teddy Riley spit. It wasn't written by him. It was written by Pharrell Williams when he was in high school or like 19 years old, and that he's known for doing that. If you listen to SWV right here, that's what when you hear the SW, the S, the W, the U, the V, that's Pharrell Williams from a verse that he did to that remix that they didn't use, that nobody really messed with. So yeah, and then I also mentioned about Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown was the song I played was "Get You Home" featuring Blackstreet, and I was just letting you know that Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, wrote that verse. A lot of people write, a lot of women rappers have male rappers write they verse. It just happens over time. I don't know why. There are some female rappers who write their own lyrics, and there's some dope ones too that do it. But definitely in the 90s, Lil Kim had Biggie, and when Biggie was alive, Foxy Brown had Jay-Z. So that's just a tidbit. But like I said, this is an appreciation episode for me. So I'm going to play a song of mine. This song's called Emmett. I'm going to play the clean version. I don't know if you heard this a second ago. Thank you for everybody who's been hopping on and off the live. This is a new platform for me, so bear with me if I'm muted and talking and y'all don't hear nothing. I'm just going to, not mute it and just roll with it and just, be quiet after I'm done talking. But let me cue up this record so that you can hear it. If you want to listen to the dirty version of this record, you can go on SoundCloud and just search Status Emmett, and you'll find that song, the clean and the dirty version. And hey, if you like the song, let me know. But let's go.
Status. Hill status in the building. Yeah. Yeah. I got ya jumping ship, running fast 22, Henry Smith. Make them feel like a running back. Call they option in them, just running back. I got ya jumping ship, running fast 22, Henry Smith. Yeah, make them feel like a running back. Call they option in them, just running back. I got these jumping ship, running fast, moving like they Emmitt Smith. They blowing down like an ounce of piff, and it's all good like a place kick. I be killing, I swear I be killing. Kurt Cobain the frame, make them overdose on it. And you an L that catches K's when it come to this shit. And I'm a boss, so all I do is boss. And that's running the game while you running your mouth. I be doing my thing, you don't know what that's about. Y'all got your poker face while I be in the full house, running Boston on, drinking that spade down. So that's pretty women, I'm getting in them like venom. Cause it's money over here showing that we winning. That's why these women getting low in the worst way. Make they come too easy like Sundays. I got these jumping ship, running fast 22, Him and Smith. Make them feel like a running back. Call they option in them, keep running back. I got these jumping ship, running fast 22, Him and Smith. Make them feel like a running back. Call these options in these, keep running back. I tell my man I need a couple bills just to show this a cheap thrill. We get a meal into the crib, it's right after that. She throw that up, looking like a quarterback. Michael Irvin catch it, getting all up in that crack. I hit that, got me feeling like a running back. Swimming in her while she do the breaststroke. Hit it from the back, that be my best stroke. You call but no answer. Got your being my private dancer. I'm getting here thinking about my cake. That's my ambition while I fornicate. She wanna with a star, you a bench warmer. That's why she on the floor, like the heat on her. Jerry Jones of this whole show gave her the route to her mouth, told her to go. I got these jumping ship, running fast 22, Him and Smith. Make them feel like a running back. Call they option in these, just running back. Got the jumping ship, running fast 22, Him and Smith. Make them feel like a running back. Call her option in these, just running back. And I'm a side, that's why these keep running, yeah. And I'm a star, that's why these keep running, yeah. If you a star to make these keep running, yeah. If you a star to make these keep running, yeah. I got you jumping ship, running fast 22, Him and Smith. Make her feel like a running back. Call the lodges and these, keep running back. I got these jumping ship, running fast 22, Him and Smith. Yeah, make her feel like a running back. Call they option and these, keep running back.
All right. So that song is called Emmett. I literally wrote that song back in Milwaukee, in my apartment on 22nd Street. I literally wrote that song. I was listening to a lot of Ross at the time, and I'm like, man, Ross is killing it. I cannot believe that he making all this money writing these simple ass records, and other people was trying to do it, and they was making trash records. So I was like, it's like, dude, it don't take much to write a song like that and a hit. So I think the hook came to me, and I was just like, ooh, that sounds like Ross. So and then I just wrote the song. So like I said, listen to Ross inspired the record. But yeah, because at the time Ross was a huge Ross is one of my favorite rappers, period. But he definitely at that time was on fire. So that was maybe towards the end of his run of records. But I mean, that's just classic Ross type of patterns and cadence and flows and stuff like that. So that was a record that I did. So I'm gonna play, because it's still Status Grand's Appreciation Day. So I'm gonna play another record of mine before I get into my third beat that I made. And then I'm gonna play some beats. I'm gonna play some beats that I made in the month of April that, I may play them all, or I just may play a few. It depends on how I'm feeling. But I'm definitely gonna pull up a little bit more. But let's go with this song. This song is called Running This song wasn't produced by me. Emmett was produced by me, written by me, recorded, by me, And this song, Running was written by me, but not produced by me. It was produced by a guy named Tim DeMarco, who I went to college with. This white boy who was very musically gifted, who had this beat. And originally he had this beat, and it was another boy on campus, a white boy on campus, who had this record at Marquette. So it's another reason why I kind of got the shirt on as well. So this boy had this record, and he had like a club record to this beat, and it was just like, to me, I felt like it was whack. I ain't even gonna lie. I felt like it was whack, and I felt like it was just no justice to the sample and the record and to this feel. Like, when I heard the record immediately when it came on, it sounded like it told a story, and it does not have nothing to do with women, the girls, and none of that. It tell a real true story. So I'll get into the backstory once I play the record, but this song is called Running, performed by me, written by me. When I was Status, if you want to hear this record, you can also go to SoundCloud and search Status Running. But here we go. Play it. Tell me what you think.
Status. Young boy, no brain, no hope, no game, no dough, so it's the dope game. That's off-white, that pure cane. 16 in the fast lane, moving at a fast pace in the time frame. Turn the stove on, put it in a pot, with some baking soda that break down the rocks. He said that's all I got, no choice for a young boy on the block. So he grabs his Glock, and it's 5 o'clock in the AM, and what was in his pot? Yeah, he bagged him, he went to the block and put his work in. But he hurt, yeah, running. Young boy, young boy, no brain, no hope, no game, no pops, no man, monster gap on that cocaine. He got a baby boy and little siblings. They need food. His sister want earrings for her birthday, so he gets cake. He feels the pressure of carrying too much weight in his bag and on his plate. He's still a young boy in a grown state. He gotta pay the rent. He's 3 weeks late. He's trapped in a life that's like a maze. When he thinks about it, he wants to cry, but he's too strong to let the tears fly. So he just sighs and gets back to work. Another day that go by that he isn't hurt, but for what it's worth, he gotta work. Gotta work. Young boy. Yeah. Hustling, trying to get the cream. One end at the end, justify the means. On the block, selling to the thieves. Wasn't in his dreams of what he wanted to be. Sometimes a child gets a bad hand, and those times a child becomes a man. The life you live, not everybody can choose. And right or wrong, don't always make the rules. So you gotta keep going. The life don't punches, have to keep on rolling. A better life, he keeps on hungry for. Until the end, he's gonna go for it, running. Yeah. Running. Young boy. Running.
Happy hour. What y'all drinking? Yeah. So that record is called Running. I wrote that record probably around the same time I wrote Emmett. I've always had this ratchet hood / righteous brother type of thing happening where, for every bad thing that I do or bad thing that I've done, I always want to do some good. So even when I write and I make music, especially during that time, it was like it was I was so connected to the music that I was making where I really couldn't separate myself as an artist and myself as a person. And I don't think people could do that either. So the music that I was making, it was like I would make these records that I felt like, man, they could go. They can go and they could be, some hard stuff. But then it's like, man, once these records go and you known for this type of record, do you want to just be known for this type of record? Do you want to be known for more than that? So when I was rapping and I was performing and pursuing becoming a rapper, I had opportunities and things of that nature, but I was performing like some of the same records. So I was performing certain records that I'm like, man, I'm either gonna be known for, this not bubblegum, but like Fabulous type of rapping. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to Fabulous because he hard, but Fabulous made a lot of girl records. So like I had this one girl record called "You Deserve the Best," and like that was a record that was working. So, but and it was starting to get recognition, little recognition here and there. But it was just like, man, do I really want to be known for this girl record that I made when I feel like I got some bars? You know what I mean? So, same thing when it come to Emmett. I had Emmett and I was like ready to push the button, but the record's so reckless compared to me where I'm a balanced, laid back dude, even though, a past life, what I'm talking about in the music is real, but, but at the same time, majority of who I am and what I'm about, and definitely at that time, I was more about righteousness or trying to have a message and trying to show that I can lyrically rap. I can lyrically, I'm lyrical. So that's why I wrote Emmett. The story came from two real life inspirations. One being that one day I was going to work. So it was like 2 years prior to me writing the record. I was working on the south side of Chicago, in Inglewood. So if anybody know about Inglewood, Inglewood is one of the toughest places in the world. Definitely one of the toughest places in the United States and in Chicago. It's on the south side. I used to work on 62nd and Sangamon. And, it's just real violent and people die. And it's just when they talk about the Chirac and like the real toughness or, scared stuff, like that's one of the places like that. Roseland, certain places in, like on the west side of Chicago, like K-Town, L-Town, like in certain areas, in certain neighborhoods, Austin area, and on the west side. So like there's certain places that, is when they talk about in that negative light, these are the places of why, are why. So I was working there. I was living in Maywood, my mom, because I was home for the summer working, teaching. On the south side, I used to drive all the way from Maywood to Inglewood every single day. And one morning, I had to, I had to be there early. So I'm leaving the house like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And one morning I was 20 years old. This boy who lived 2 houses down probably was about 13, man. He's probably about 12, 13. Could have been younger than that, but I can't remember his age at this point. But I was on my way to work. He was getting on his bike, and anybody know who from the hood know that when a kid or anybody up that early, what I'm saying, they up to saying go get it, go get the money, what I'm saying. So some people would say up to no good. Some people would say, man, that's the way of life. So I ain't here to judge, and that was pretty much of the inspiration of how I wrote Running, is that dude, that youngin, being the inspiration to that song. Just seeing him get up at that point in time, get on his bike, what I'm saying, I said what up to him, and he got on his bike and he rode off to, because he used to sell drugs, what I'm saying. So that was one inspiration to creating the ideal of the young boy. And then another thing was when I was about 11, 12, 13 years old, when I was in that range, I used to do a lot of hooping with my friends. So shout out to everybody from 21st Street. We just was having this conversation on Facebook. One of my guys from the block posted, some basketball stuff. So we was reminiscing. So that was cool. But it was this one dude that used to live like a block away on 20th, or maybe he lived on 19th. I can't remember, but he was cold at basketball, and he wasn't on the team. But I mean, that's typical. Like if you go to any neighborhood, any hood, you will meet somebody who is super nice, got handles, got this, but they may not be, fundamentally sound or whatever. They may not be on the team for bad grades or whatever the reason may be. So this dude was cold and used to come in the background. He used to have a little fro and a little headband. And I really wish I could remember his name. I can't remember his name to save my life. But he was maybe like 2 years. He's probably about 2 years, 3 years older than me. And he was nice. And come to find out that, he lived, like I said, 2 blocks away, like literally 2 blocks over. And, his mom was on drugs and he had a baby. He had a baby at, like literally he was about 15, 16 years old. So like I said, I had to be like 13. I had to be like 13 around this time, 12, 13. So he was about 15 years old. And he had a shorty, had a kid. And he was the first person I met, like literally who had a kid, a teenager who had a kid. Like that's the first person I ever met that at that time, a few years later I would run into a couple people. But that was the first person that I personally hung out with or knew that had a kid. So he had a child. So just that story of having just his mom, no dad, but a child at that young age. And I didn't know what he got into because, like I said, he hooped. He was nice at playing basketball. So, but I would assume that he couldn't play basketball because he's raising his daughter. So that inspiration to the younger dude that lived 2 houses down from me and seeing that in the morning kind of inspired that song, and that's always stuck with me. And it always stuck with me and made me when I heard that beat and it played, I said, man, that beat is for storytelling. And I begged Tim to send me that beat. I was like, send me this beat, brother. He sent me that beat. Like literally a couple hours, I got that beat. I laid across my bed, played that beat probably twice, and then just came to me like that, like young boy, no brain, no hope, no game. And one of my favorite rappers, and to me, bar for bar, the best rapper ever to live is Lupe Fiasco. Not just because he's from Maywood, in the west side of Chicago, not just because I met him in college at Marquette, which is another reason why I got a shirt on. But just because lyrically there's not a person who writes songs and lyrical at that level than he is. So, and that's just my opinion. I mean, like I said, Jay-Z is my favorite rapper of all time, but Lupe Fiasco, if we talking about skill set, is rap circles around any rapper that you name to me. So, his talent and skill set inspired me to write that song, along with the 2 true stories that I just shared with you, that stuck with me, that had me write that song. And I probably wrote that song about at 22, 23 years old. And yeah, so hope you like them. So now I'm finna get into this beat that I made on April 28th, and this is the last beat I made, and I'm so excited because this beat right here, I'm not gonna hold you. This is one of these beats that I've been trying to make since I started making beats at 13, right? Prince. everybody knows who Prince is. God rest the dead. Prince, Roger Nelson, I think is his name. If I messed it up, I'm sure somebody would tell me. But Prince, right? Uh, Purple Rain, you know, the leader, Prince in the new generation. Like everybody, right? Everybody knows Prince, right? The artist. So his sound is just so unique. It's one of the greatest sounds ever. So when I think of production, I think of Quincy Jones, I think of Prince, I think of Marvin Gaye, I think of Stevie Wonder, and that's just to name a few people that I think of that that inspires me. And of course, I'm nowhere near as musically gifted as they are when it comes to just skill set. But as far as hearing the music and sonically, I feel like I do have a gift for that. And just hearing music and being able to create what you hear is something that I feel like I am good at as far as a producer. And so I've been trying to really figure out how to make a beat like Prince. From the drums to the sounds that's in it. He has a unique sound that's been only duplicated by a few. On the last Division album, if you listen to the group Division, they made a record that has a Prince element to it, and it has, like I said, the elements of Prince, but it just don't really feel Prince like for real to me. But you can tell that if anybody can listen to Prince records, you can tell that they were inspired by Prince, and they tried to make a record in that vein. Somebody who has come like pretty much emulated that on certain records is The Dream. The Dream is another amazing person I'm inspired by, and I listen to music and just the talents, and I've spoken about him in the last few weeks. His talent is just amazing. And a record like Fast Car, so if you listen to Dream's first album, Fast Car is a record that is in the vein of Prince, and that's probably the best record, if I can think of an artist outside of Prince who's made Prince sound. That's it, right? So go listen to Fast Car. He has a couple more records that's in that vein, but Fast Car is the best emulation of Prince. Until I play my beat, right? So this beat, I finally did it. I finally figured it out, and I'll get nerdy after the record, but let me know what you think. Here's the last beat I made on the 28th, a Prince-inspired R&B beat. So. Hold on, I know you don't hear it. We gonna start it over because I ain't doing no justice. I messed it up, but okay, here we go. Prince-inspired R&B beat made on April 28th. So that was the last beat I made. Made it on the 28th of April. That was the 17th beat that I made this past month. So I'm very excited about that. Another fun Zach fact about that is that Prince. It's about Prince, right? So that was a Prince inspired record, and I got 1,000 sounds or whatever, right? So I was really like trying my hardest to make sure that the kick, the snare, claps are claps. So if you got a clap, you can throw a reverb on it, a type of a effect on it, and you will get a clap that sounds similar to the Prince clap, right? But the kick, the snare, and that little weird sound, those are the three elements that like it's hard to duplicate them. It's hard to find it unless you really just spend a lot of time EQing your record to sound like that, or you Google. And the greatest gift that we have, man, that we just take for granted and we don't utilize correctly is having the internet. The internet can give you so much knowledge and so many materials for free that is crazy. It's crazy. So and the internet, Google, like being able to just search something and just it pop up like that. YouTube, which able to watch a video and everybody who has this random ass knowledge can share it and you can watch it and learn something. I've learned how to fix toilets, car mirrors, and make beats all off of YouTube, right? Or to make better beats, or learn certain styles. And I'll even say, even in the midst of making these beats, over these past few months, getting back into it, like watching YouTube videos of other producers and watching their techniques and things of that nature and adapting to it. So that's the beauty of it, man. So like I said, I've been wanting to make this Prince beat forever, right? This Prince inspired beat. So tried plenty of times before, but not really successful. So that's why I ain't never really shared those beats. But with this one, I had made the beat, and it was in Prince vein, but it still was missing that unique sound, and the drums and things wasn't quite like it, but it was Prince inspired, and you would have got that if you would have heard that version of it. But I just Googled and YouTube, and I Googled and I found the actual drum kit, the drum set, that drum machine that Prince used. So of course, nowadays they've turned they can sample those drums out of the drum sampler, and now they're just wave files that you can just plug into any do-it-yourself program. So, and that's pretty much what I did. I found it for free. I found the same drum, same snare, same everything, and I'm like, damn, all this time I could have just been making these type of beats, right? So I found exactly what he used. So I'm gonna share the knowledge because, I mean, hey man, it's about educating each other. So if you inspired to make beats, or if you make beats and you want to make a Prince inspired beat, you got to do it the right way, and that's utilize the things that Prince did. If you emulating Prince, emulating to a T. I'm sure he wouldn't want none of that, but hey man, when somebody inspires you and you're and they're idol yours, or you really love their music, the best form of flattery is emulation. So it's a Linn sampler. So Linn drums. So if you Google Linn, Linn, drum samples, you'll find it for free. Be wary about the sites and what sites got it for real, and what's the best version that you can download. But you can get them for free, and that's what I did the other night. I got them for free. And then I YouTube how to make Prince beat, or I YouTube When Doves Cry, because I think the first time I did it a few weeks ago, because I was like, okay, towards the end of this journey of making 60 beats, I'm going to attempt to make the Prince beat again, because it's been years since I've tried, right? And I was like, yo, okay, I'm going to attempt to make it towards the end of this, month. So weeks prior, I Googled like how to make Prince beats. So of course, this one video popped up where it said When Doves Cry. And this dude literally remade When Doves Cry. And it's a simple version of it, but I mean, it was just for video purposes, but it was down packed. And he the one that taught me about the drum set and about this tidbit that I'm going to tell you. So that unique sound, when I said it's three things that you need the kick, you need the snare, and you need the unique sound that you hear in all of Prince beats. It's a weird sound. So once I got the kick and the snare from the Lynn drum sample pack, I then had to figure out that sound. I'm thinking that it's a synthesizer. I'm thinking it's different things like that, but no. Prince was taking a rim shot, a rim shot sample, and pitching it down and throwing a flanger effect on it. So if you know what a flanger is, it's just an effect that makes these weird sound effect to your melodies. So usually they put flanger on guitars, on guitars, right? They usually put it on like guitar and bass melodies to give some type of funky type of weird sound that kind of like an outer space type of sound to it, right? Is the best way to describe it. And that's what he used to put on a rim shot. So a rim shot is just hitting the side of a snare drum, and that's the rim. That's called the rim. So just hitting that, it is a rim shot. So he would just take that. He would just take that sound, and in his drum machine, pitch it down to, Now I ain't gonna tell you that. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself, because I mean, depending on the song, he did it differently. Most songs he did it the way that I did it. There's certain keys, there's certain pitch down and vocal. But yeah, you got to play around with it. So like on Doves Cry, he uses that same sound, but it's a little bit like lower. And then, but on Let's Go Crazy, Let's Go Crazy, what's another record? Lil Red Corvette. So Lil Red Corvette is really what inspired this record that I made. So if you love Prince, I love a lot of Prince records. I definitely love that sound, and Lil Red Corvette is one of my favorite Prince records. And if you listen to the drums of this record, it really sounds like that. It really it was inspired by that. And like I said, Fast Car by The Dream. So which Fast Car was, inspired literally by Lil Red Corvette. It's like pretty much the same song, just updated. So yeah, it's a rim shot, pitch down. So go live your best life and go make beats. If you want to learn how to make beats, you go down and you want to make Prince beats. If you don't even want to make beats to make money, you just want to make beats to learn how to make beats, go Google Lynn drums sample pack, download one of those, get you a program or get you a beat machine, and load the samples in there and pitch it down, and you're gonna get the sound. So that's pretty much it. I wish I could see how long I've been on. I don't have to be anywhere till 8 o'clock. So let's say the broadcast was interrupted. Oh, hold on, I'm back. Been on for an hour. Cool. All right, a little bit over an hour. We're a little bit over an hour. Thank you for anybody who's been jumping on and off. Like I said, this is a new platform, and Studio 10 TV. Stage 10 TV. It's been happy hour, so been drinking a little bit, playing beats, playing some records, because I feel like, I haven't really played none of my records. I think like if you don't know me, you ain't really heard these, or if you're not really in the underground music scene or wasn't in the underground Chicago music scene at the time, then you probably never heard these records when I was really pursuing and trying to make something happen. So just thought I would share it. I still write. I still try to create records. I think with some of these records and instrumentals that I'm making, I'm going to write, and I'm going to definitely send them to individuals to record to, especially R&B. I really love R&B. I've loved R&B since I was a kid, so I really wanted to start making more of those beats, especially because they're unique and they're challenged me to really get better at making my own records and not sampling, not doing anything, just making my own records. So that's what I like about making those beats, which inspires me to just make all type of hip hop beats. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna play that record one more time because I just love it, and I want people who may jump on and off who haven't heard it to hear it before I play a few records that I liked from the month of April. So here we go. watch this and see, you know, how this one went. I feel like besides my mess ups with the mute and unmute, I feel like it was okay. I like the effects, but you know, let me know what you think. If this worked, then next week I'm gonna try to get a guest on the show. And I'll probably try to bring my man Stokes on, test this out, see what happens. But this beat I made April 10th, you know, I was rocking with this with this beat on April 10th, so. Like these beats, man. Just wanted to vibe with y'all this Friday. Give you positive vibes. Have a drink with y'all. This is my second cup. Ain't got nowhere to be until 8 o'clock. Ain't gonna be on here this long though. I think I'm gonna end it at 6:30. Thank you for everybody who's been on and off the live. Appreciate it. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your loved ones. Call somebody you ain't talk to in a minute. Check up on your people. We're gonna keep.
I don't wanna say too much. Oh, good.
this is a beat I played last week. R&B beat made on April 24th. Hope y'all enjoying yourselves. It's Friday. Get you a drink. No. We'll wrap up soon. If you got YouTube and you like Tory Lanez, you going live, you're doing a live concert on that. It's probably happening now. They get started at 6 Central Time. Hey man, still playing beats from April. So this beat right here I made on the 19th of April. It's a club record too. I'm gonna get back to the records I made this week that's club too. Yeah. This was one of the last few beats I made. April 26th for the club outside. Yeah, so about to wrap up. I appreciate everyone who jumped on the live, for a split second, or watched a little bit, or watched all of it. Appreciate it. Like I said, I just wanted to play some beats from the month of April that I enjoyed. I made 17 beats this month, and I want to play the 3 records that I made last few times. So it's the second time you're hearing this beat. It's April 27th when I made this beat. I'm on a new platform. You should see it in one of the upper corners, man. Stage 10. I'm gonna check it out, see if it works or not. If I don't like it, I'm gonna go back to doing it how I was doing it last week. Just playing it from my speakers. It's gonna be nice tomorrow. It's gonna be 73 degrees, something like that. So if you got a mask, go step outside, go take a walk. But definitely social distance, man. So many people are losing their lives out here or catching it. So definitely stay safe. Check on your loved ones, man. But we vibing. One of these episodes, I'm a freestyle. I'm gonna take some shots and then I'm freestyle. Alright, so about to wrap up, man. Appreciate everybody who watched the video, who's been on the live, who popped in and off, who liked the video. Thank you all for joining episode 4 of the Grand Fridays. If you want to listen to some great R&B, and you got Apple Music or Spotify, look for Quarantine and B playlist created by me and on the Facebook platform. Look on my page. Like, that's hip-hop, R&B, alternative, whatever. Then you might want to listen to the brand Quarantine playlist. Also, I'm making a playlist for this. Grand Friday, we'll have a playlist where all the music that I play, I will make a playlist and share it with you all on Apple Music and Spotify. So I'm probably going to try to get a few episodes in of making a play of music before I do that. So last week I played music, this week I played most of my music. So I won't be sharing any of that, but I will be sharing the music like today. So we got play this song, the Bone Thugs R&B, first of the month because it's May 1st. First of the month. So thank you all for watching this, share it with whoever. Every Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time. It's about having fun. It's about having drinks in the house. I have some stuff on here. I usually have some stuff. Coming in my third, and then another one where I'm always gonna be here for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I'm not trying to shoot for 2 hours, but hey man, if I'm feeling good enough, I get paid enough for this, or stuff like that. Just come to it, man. We're in the house, and we have a good time. So next week I think May on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. I'll let you know during the week. So just enjoy your weekend, enjoy yourselves, and thank you for watching the Grand Fridays episode 4. I'm gonna do this until we be in quarantine. So I'll holler for y'all.
Gotta grind, gotta get mine in the hood that I claim and I slang on the double nine. Gotta find them dubs, gonna get full, can I thug get love? What's up? Tell us like on my corner, nigga, you like on that St. Clair, niggas don't like that. And selling them dummies, making that money, come back, nigga, get that back. From the 1st to the 15th, nigga smoke plenty weed, but I gotta say, gotta come up, put my rocks in the club. When I get high, nigga, blaze that blood. Time to roll to the bag, cut on my profit and add it to the stash. Gotta watch my backseat for niggas that's trying to rob me, fool. But never no shows and no losses, don't be keeping these niggas up off me. See, cause it's over whole block, spend a couple bills, thug, smoke a lot of weed on the first. Wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, cash your checks and get up. Wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up.
Waking up feeling buzz up early in the morning, stretching I'm yawning, lightweight bitch, chugga like I take a fifth to the dawn. It's night I got geek with my truck, with a dance, so I'm getting me hustle long. Hop on the phone, calling them crazy phone. When I know that your OG check comes, I'm hop on the bus with Big, and I'm coming with blood after blood of the skull. Nigga T just put me down. Oh God, how I love when it first come around. Now we freaking get black and mild, head across town. Cause nigga, the first get celebrated. Rushing to the block cause I wanna get faded. Looking on wild cause I'm needing me hair braided. We heavy off into this game. Two to the first, just call me that pro slime. Them nickels and dimes and 20s and 50s. The first be the day for the dope man, slanging that cocaine food. And I'm working late tonight. And all them things be loving them thugs. Cause I got them rocks for them blocks. Come with the ends, I gotta get paid. On the first, gotta blaze up my split. Get live with it, both us poetic hustlers in the graveyard shift on the first.
Wake up,